So, at the start of the movie, suddenly a high alert was issued on the radio that a very bad accident is about to happen here in a short while. All those people who are traveling on the highway are taking great care and driving carefully, but everyone says they pay attention to this thing is a crazy stream. It's because of this folly, the country is suffering. He was driving his car at high speed on the highway. Who knows if some other car could have also been involved, narrowly avoiding his accident, but while avoiding this accident, he brings his car right to the middle of the road, causing another car to collide with him, and one after another, all the cars that were following behind him, crashing into each other. An accident happens here. Among these cars, we see many military vans. Outside, there was a doctor who tells the soldier, "Go and check the dogs first." The soldier, upon hearing this, also runs towards a van, and upon seeing this, he loses consciousness because of why? That all the dogs in the van had become agitated. Not only that, one of these dogs had attacked a soldier and killed him, which meant that these dogs are extremely vicious, and already on this highway many people are trapped due to these dogs. Their lives are in danger. The situation became panic, so he again calls his boss and brings the doctor into his car. While doing so, he saw that his daughter Kyo-won-min was not in his car, seeing which he became worried. Because Un-min was only a little distance away, at this time he saw a doctor who was acting like crazy, banging his head on the bench to injure his head. Seeing this, Kyo-won-min moves forward to give him a biscuit, but in time, Bon comes and pulls her back, saying that this dog could also be dangerous. While leaving, Von had noticed that something like E9 was mentioned on that dog. Now, as soon as Von came back from his car, he saw that soldiers were sitting in his car with the doctor, were talking to the doctor, shows them his ID, upon seeing which the soldiers seize him tightly, tie him up and make him stand with the steering wheel, struggling. Von asks the doctor, "What's all this about? If you hadn't told me, you would have blamed me." In response, the doctor says, "As long as you are with me, you're safe. If you harm me, everyone present here will be killed." The camera focuses on the doctor's laptop screen. On it is seen that the doctor had been quite busy, controlling all the dogs from his laptop. Locktrest is a target for all dogs. He instructs all the dogs to attack the soldier who was standing right in front of the doctor's van, as if the dogs were attacking him. So the soldier keeps throwing all the dogs into the van by himself, and eventually, Gilok succeeds in recapturing all the dogs. They do manage to, but there was still a small problem. A dog that wasn't captured, the same A9 dog that Kyan-min had moved forward to distribute biscuits. Putting her back into the van was out of the question, as the doctors couldn't even control her. For this reason, they were becoming very panicked and distressed, and in such a short time, a helicopter also arrives to shift this stock container somewhere else from here. And this is also how Jajib arrives on the highway, the boy from the fuel station who currently has 2 dogs, who, as soon as his vehicle arrives, quickly gets onto the road and the dogs only reach. They reach near the container, and as Joy starts moving forward to take it, the soldiers grab and stop him. Meanwhile, Chobar was also taking away the dog's container. He was taking it away, so the doctor quickly steps forward to be able to say that there is no E9 in it, but from behind, Bon grabs him and asks him what's going on. When he was asked what's going on, he could only say Project Silence, as he tried to ask the doctor more questions. He wanted to ask more questions, but the soldiers scold him here, while all the other soldiers are asking the doctor if they will negotiate to take the A9 dog. Right now, it is very important to remove these dogs from here. Here, we are shown that a soldier has a small chip attached to his hand. This chip belonged to the E9 dog. And from this, we learned that the doctor was controlling all the dogs through chips implanted inside their bodies. And now the 9 dog had removed this chip from his head. Here, 9 dog is shown to have suddenly attacked the chopper. By attacking, he immobilized many soldiers, which caused the chopper's balance to get disrupted, and it fell on the electrical wires completely, crashed, and as a result, all the dog's containers came down and opened. Here, the doctor sees on his laptop that his system had also been compromised, and the dog set automatically set itself on 116 people, which meant that now these dogs would kill 116 people, and after completing their mission, the dog does not stop. It wants to show that one by one, all the dogs stand here and attack all the humans present. In such a situation, it also attacks a doctor, causing his laptop to crash. Here, the doctor's John-wan saves him, after which he takes his daughter's hand and moves forward into a car and prepares to leave quickly from here. John had to stop his car, and Joy came and sat in the car's trunk, preventing these people from exiting the highway. That damaged cart, which suddenly caught fire, comes and parks in front of them, thus blocking their way and their phone signals. She calls for help, but here Bon has his security device, with the help of which he contacts his headquarters. He tries to call for help, and at the same time, he also wanted to know about these dogs, so he asks the doctor several questions. Then the doctor explains that he had created some rescue dogs, but later military officers forced him and asked him to transform these dogs so that they could use these dogs as weapons, allowing them to be employed in war or any critical situation. On Monoptadio, he contacts his boss Ji-hoon and asks him if he knew anything about Project Silas. In response, he says no. I didn't know about this, Van says. Alright then, please send a SWAT team here to rescue all of us, as there is currently a significant hydrogen gas leak. A truck is parked. If it were to explode, everyone here would die. He agrees, while all these people tie cloth around themselves and stand behind. They start moving towards the bus in which all the remaining survivors had gathered. Upon reaching the bus, it shows that the chopper, which was still hanging on the wires, moves to the other side of the road. And there is a massive explosion here. The front of the precinct was blown up due to the blast, making the situation extremely panicked. When people had lost hope, to normalize everything, he finally tells everyone that he is from the security department, and at this time he is in contact with the security personnel. The swipe team will come soon. To rescue them, she will come. He asks them, why are these dogs attacking them? In response, Vanchut says a virus has affected their minds, causing them to go crazy and attack everyone. That's why the doctor didn't reveal it, so that everyone could know the truth. If they had wanted to know the truth, everyone would have started attacking the doctor. Immediately, he wants to show that the swipe team had come here to save them. He talks with Mondil and says, shouldn't you have killed the dogs outside before rescuing everyone? But these people argue that they haven't seen any dogs outside, because those dogs had hidden. As soon as all these people got off the bus, the hidden dogs also came out and suddenly they attacked many people, even the swipe team, which had come here to rescue others, with great difficulty. He also saves his daughter from a dog over there, and then he hides her inside another bus where we saw that, along with an old couple, 2 more people were also hiding here. And inside this very bus, the doctor also survived and wanted to stay with these people, but then he discovered that his radio had been left outside, so even though he didn't go to retrieve it, he had to get off the bus, because apart from the radio, he had no other way to get assistance. In the time it took, Boone was outside. During that time, the doctor revealed the entire truth about Project Signals to everyone, explaining how he had created Dr. Scout dogs, but then the military people didn't use these dogs for their own advantage and turned them into phone dogs. And the Inai dog that these people were initially trying to capture, in reality, all the other dogs are his clones. The doctor explains that during the experiments, to make these new dogs even more dangerous, he killed his own pig in front of them. And the most terrifying thing was that this Inai dog has removed the chip from its head, and now it's not under the doctor's control at all, meaning it's not doing anything according to the doctor's directives here. It's only taking revenge for its children's deaths by killing all the others, making it extremely difficult to stop them. These people now devise a plan to lure the dogs away and use the items they have to create a mission, to create fire to scare these dogs and keep them away. Then Anju contacts his boss and says, can all of you somehow come near the bridge? Did they come? The swipe team will rescue you and the dogs will be deployed in the situation. Pon tells the boss that the dogs are having too much fun and to control it, we should call some snipers here, but Gio was not ready for this. He knew that such a big accident had occurred on the highway, so media personnel would surely come to cover it. If military personnel had witnessed this spectacle, it would significantly change their department. Finally, Van tells the boss that many people are present. All of them know about Project Sales, and now they are also moving towards Brish. Upon saying this, he hung up the phone. He had learned a lot from hearing this. He begins to receive news as if something big is happening for him, and this is true. He also did not send the next swipe team there because he wanted all the people present there who know about Project Sales to be killed because of the project. He had approved it, and if this news had spread in the media, he would never have been made the next president. Here we see that everyone was in the bus. While making a plan, these people try to exit the bus. Joy beats the doctor and tells him, you are the root of all this. So go and you are the ones to distract those dogs. But Min is the most tactful here. This tactic won't work. If the doctor kills one person, they will kill everyone. It's better that we should set a trap. They create a trap inside the bus and themselves go under the bus into the diggy. They had left the bus doors open. The doctor was there to attract all the dogs. As soon as the dogs see him and enter the bus, the doctor quickly gets down and enters the diggy, and after many dogs come inside, Ming quickly activates her trap, causing all these dogs to be trapped inside the bus. Below in the diggy, it is seen that the wife in the old couple had died. Here it is shown that the remaining dogs also started entering the diggy, so that everyone tried to escape. 5 escape from the diggy, Vaughn tries to bring Olvin outside, but he doesn't come out anymore because his wife has died. Not going out, Vaughn leaves him there, and he becomes an attraction for all the dogs, causing other people's lives to be lost. And seeing this, Vaughn was very saddened that in his mission 2 people were killed, for whom he couldn't do anything. All the dogs, after trapping them in the bus, these people run towards the bridge, but upon arriving there, they realize that no one has come to their aid, and then contacts the boss through the radio. However, now he is not receiving any response from there either. In his misery, he sits there, and then the doctor comes to him and reveals the greatest truth, that the entire plan was actually their own. Upon hearing this, Van becomes even more disheartened, because the boss whom he considered a friend, on whom he had more trust than himself, was the same boss who betrayed him and used him for his own benefit. Van keeps getting help from the radio repeatedly, but no response is coming from the other side. That's why these people devise a plan to go to the gas truck located there. They will take the same route to the other side where Joy's vehicle is. By sitting in that vehicle, these people can exit the highway. They can, but there's another issue. Joy has the keys to the vehicle, which is the same bus they took to escape from the dogs. Now, the dogs are trapped in that same bus. To retrieve the keys from there, these people come up with a new plan. The doctor finds his laptop and controls all the dogs. He targets Van so that all the dogs will come out of the bus to attack him. Now how will they get out of the bus? The bus is stuck, so a golf player standing with them here repeatedly hits the window with his ball, causing the bus window to crack, and all the dogs come out and begin attacking Vaughn. Vaughn, who was standing in the dog container at this time, the dogs automatically started entering that container. At this moment, Joy quickly takes out the key from inside the bus, while on the other hand, we see that where all the dogs, they were running towards the container to attack Vaughn, the same unnamed dog. She was not under anyone's control. She suddenly goes and attacks the doctor because the doctor had killed her children in all this chaos. They did not pay attention to the fact that the bridge was about to collapse. All the dogs suddenly attacked that container, causing that container. It collides on the edge of the bridge and damages the edge, so the container sinks into the water, causing the phone to also. Seeing that it had sunk into the water, she did not realize her daughter was very scared. She was trying very hard to help, holding on to Joni's truck, but here Joni tells her that if you take this truck and go near the bridge will collapse further, but Kyunmin did not care. Whoever was moving forward to attack the doctor, when she sees the dog's container sinking into the water, Foron runs towards her because she still has one child alive whom she wants to save, but in trying to save her, she herself also fell into the water. Jeonmin lowered the rope of Joni's truck from the bridge and caught it, allowing Vaughn was able to come up, but the bridge had deteriorated so much that it was continuing to collapse. In such a situation, Joni acts wisely and drives his truck at full speed so that before the bridge collapses, these people get into the safe zone. It was already morning, and inside said Sun, many police and media personnel were present. Right here, we also see Jongki, who came here to observe the conditions. He had come to assess the situation, and upon witnessing the survival, he was shocked, realizing that his dream of becoming president would remain unfulfilled. This caused a lot of anger towards him. Whenever poor people came, he slapped them. To handle the situation, Jongkyun tells him, "You should think about your daughter's future at this time." He had many checks. He didn't come to buy them for himself. However, he didn't care about them. By endangering numerous lives, he didn't want to educate his daughter. "Keep this to yourself, keep your money," he says to the media person, and exposes all of Jongkyun's plots, detailing how he created a false project in which he mutated rescue dogs in such a way that they could be used as weapons, and due to those same dogs, these people have now gotten into so much trouble. Such dangerous dogs are not sustainable for use in any situation. Here, he also supports them as a doctor and provides all the evidence against Jongkyun to the media. Hearing all this, Jongkyun has no other option but to escape and leaves from here. While the scene cuts, now we see E9, who somehow had his aim of saving his child fulfilled by not saving him but raising anti-slogans, with which the story came to an end.